Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. What a night. Dorticos was able to score a serious knockout over formerly undefeated Andrew the Beast Tabiti. Dorticos showed tons of heart after a fight riddled with rough play on behalf of Tabiti. Dorticos suffered a serious gash in his right eyelid. He was looked at by a doctor, asked if he wanted to continue, at which point the fight could have gone to the cards, and I'm quite confident he could have taken it then and there in a decision. But instead he opted to continue, and boy oh boy was that a proper decision. His self-belief, heart, and skill were on full display. He continued to keep the beating uncomfortable and constantly on the back foot up until the 10th round, where Andrew carelessly lounged in but was met halfway while his shield was down and got prescribed an overdose of sleeping meds by the KO doctor himself. With the KO victory, not only did he tame the beast, but Unier was able to pick up the IBF's Cruiserweight Championship belt. On the same card, we witnessed a bizarre fight between Bradius and Galahad, where Maris was able to score a third round knockout in a fight that resembled what would be the norm in an octagon. In the second, Galahad hit Bradius with the rabbit punch that was paid back promptly with the swift elbow to the chin that put Christoph in a bad spot. After getting up and regathering his senses, the fight continued up until the bell, and the fight continued on past the bell for another 10 to 15 seconds before the ref was able to realize that the round was over. The ref, Robert Bird, then allowed the fight to mature into the third round, where Maris caught Galahad coming in and was able to capitalize on his wounded opponent by letting his hands go and putting him down for good. What was more odd than the fight itself was a post-fight interview in which Maris Bradius confessed to the entire ordeal. He admitted to playing dirty and hitting Galahad on purpose with a swift elbow. He then laughed it off and claimed he had heard the bell ringing but had disregarded it in order to continue exchanging punishing blows with the weary Galahad in the second. It seems like the WBSS tournament for the cruiserweights is looking to conclude with Bradius pitting off against Mr. Dorticos for the highly coveted Ali trophy. In other news, Warrington was able to retain his IBF featherweight strap with the split decision win over Kid Galahad over 12 rounds. Although the Leeds native was able to retain his highly coveted crown, he had an extremely close fight that many saw go the other way. Kid Galahad dictated the fight throughout the evening and tamed Josh, forcing him to stay at a relatively mild gear during most of the fight. With sidesteps and clever counterpunches, he was able to dampen Warrington's fiery attempts to get his engine revved up and working on all cylinders. Well folks, I hope you enjoyed this rundown on the fights. Jab that like button, sub up, and hit the notification bell to ensure you join the Royal Boxing Army. Stay tuned for more news, more boxing, and much more box talk. Stay blessed. This is KO Boxing signing out.